darkness. You know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet. The 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event. Like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime at the time of our life. We own the night. Hear us screaming loud.
Oh yes, Danhausen here. Very nice. Very evil. Very famous. You are watching the channel that is very nice and very evil. The Nation Network. Isn't that good? Yes, it's true. If you're not watching the Nation Network housing, you are... Wait for it. Wait for it. Cursed. Oh yes, Danhausen. Yeah, very nice.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet. The 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event. Like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime at the time of our life. We own the night. Hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on. We own the night. Walk among the giants in a time. That's right. We own the night. We own the night. We own the night. Living to the fullest like we got your bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't want to miss a thing. Let's go. Living to the fullest.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the Impact Wrestling Women's Championship.
Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome once again. This is the Nation Network. This is the final Impact Wrestling show that we are going to be airing for some time to come here on the Nation. And this is Rebellion. Well, indeed, we are all looking forward very much to seeing what happens here tonight on Impact. Kicking things off tonight, it is the women's title match. Lady Frost with a big victory over Chelsea Green 24 hours ago has earned this opportunity here tonight to go up against the Diamond herself, Tessa Blanchard. She has been an unstoppable force. Will that change tonight? We're all going to find out in just a few moments. One thing about Tessa Blanchard that I very much enjoy watching, she doesn't just beat her opponents, she bends them, she brutalizes them, she breaks them mentally before she puts them down for the count. And she's got that finishing maneuver she likes to use called the Magnum, and I'll tell you what, I don't care who you are, you get hit with that one, you're not getting up. Thus far, she's had a lot of success with that maneuver, and there's no reason for me to believe that that's going to change in any way here tonight. We have got an action-packed, star-studded card for you tonight. Every championship and Impact is on the line. There she is, the Impact Knockouts champion, Tessa Blanchard, the daughter of the legend Tully Blanchard, member of the Four Horsemen. Well, when you talk about a chip off the old block, I'm not sure that she isn't a little bit better. Well, you can make an argument. Tully was never the world champion, although he dominated the tag team scene for a number of years with Arn Anderson. He was a great United States champion, held a TV title for a period of time as well. Tessa Blanchard has dominated the women's division unlike anyone we've ever seen before, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, a homecoming for many of Impact's legends upon legends. We've got surprises coming your way tonight. There are people that allegedly showed up tonight that even we don't know about. Well, it's all about rebellion, and because of that, you can expect the unexpected. That's what these two ladies are going to be competing for here tonight in the opening contest.
Pennsylvania, Lane E. Frost.
Somewhere in the back, Chelsea Green is watching this match and thinking it should be me.
Introducing the champion from Charlotte, North Carolina. She is the Impact Wrestling Women's Champion, the Diamond.
Tessa Blanchard holding that championship high overhead. Will she still have it when the match is over? Well, I'm pretty sure if we were to call Las Vegas right now, the betting odds would probably be high in favor of Tessa Blanchard retaining that championship. I would guesstimate 20-1 if I was a betting man, but not tonight. This is Rebellion. Anything can happen. The go-home show of all go-home shows for Impact Wrestling right here now, tonight. Referee calls for the bell. We're officially underway here at Rebellion. Lady Frost coming out with a series of forearms, but look at Tessa. Repaying her in kind. Now going to work on the arm. You do not want to anger Tessa Blanchard. Well, Tessa right now has proven that she can take anything that you dish out to her and bring it back in spades. She's got the same tenacity as her father, of course, also raised by Magnum TA. What a nice move right there. Turned that into a variation of a wheelbarrow suplex. There's an uppercut, nicely done. Lady Frost turning the tide here and now dishing out the punishment to the champion. Well, you would think with the bright lights and the main event status that goes with the ladies championship, you would think perhaps Lady Frost would show some tentativeness, perhaps some nerves, but thus far tonight, she looks like she knows that she belongs right where she is. Got a great rear chin lock, and she is cinching it up. Goes for the cover. You're not going to pin Tessa Blanchard with that. No, you're not, but at the same point in time, she's letting her know that she can. Right back to the rear chin lock. Powerful hold right there, and it's a good wear down tactic. As Tessa battles her way back up to a vertical base. A couple of big elbows finding their marks. Snap mare takes Lady Frost back over again, and there's that surfboard. Stretching her way out. Well, the human anatomy was not designed to bend in that direction. I've got a funny feeling Tessa Blanchard may have thought this was going to be an easier match than it has proven to be thus far. Can you imagine if Lady Frost wins the title here tonight? Well, that would certainly set the bar pretty high for the rest of the night. Cutter! She caught her with that cutter, and that could be it right there. Hooks the leg. Referee is on the spot for two. Very close call right there, and Tessa Blanchard knows, though, that she's got things going her way. That figure four headlock, and the referee wants to know. She wants to give it up. Lady Frost has not fought this hard to get to where she's at right now to submit. Oh, Tessa brings up the knees. And what a DDT. She was completely unprotected on that one. Will that be enough? Oh, 2 count. She just barely gets the shoulder up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, this is the opening contest on what is going to be a tremendous night of professional wrestling here on the Nation Network. This is Impact Rebellion, the go-home show. Oh, she just put her through the ropes! Tessa Blanchard out on the floor. She just got hit. She drove that knee not into her, but all the way through her. Tessa Blanchard is in trouble, and Lady Frost looked like she was getting ready to dive from the top rope. Thought about it, changed her idea. Collar and elbow goes nowhere there. Man, oh man, this is crazy what's happening in this match. The Snowball Express goes for the cover, perhaps. Yes, there it is. We might have a new champion right here. And Tessa Blanchard just barely able to kick out the back door on that one. I'll tell you what, it was very close. All the way to the top rope, Lady Frost. Could it be a date with destiny here? There's that moonsault. The avalanche hooks the leg. 1, 2, and oh my God, she got a shoulder up. I can't believe it. She can't believe it either. She got right up on the referee's face, wanting a fast count. Or I should say a faster count, although it's hard to say if she would have settled for either or the other. Tessa Blanchard, the title is in jeopardy, and she goes to the eyes. Desperate times call for desperate measures, perhaps. And again, the figure 4 headlock. That's a submission hold the referee's gonna see. Lady Frost able to get out of it. Boy, oh boy, these two women. Neck breaker by Lady Frost. Now working on the head and neck area. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event later tonight for the Impact World Championship. Moose to go up against Bobby Roode, and look at back up on the top rope. What is she going to do this time? The double stomp right to the midsection. That might have knocked the wind right out of the sails of the champion. She just barely kicks out on that one as well. Well, right now, Tessa Blanchard had better come up with an answer and do it quickly, because the momentum is soundly in the corner of the challenger. Well, maybe not after that. Big cutter, hooks the leg. She got it. Well, she might be laughing now, but she wasn't a little while ago. Credit to Tessa Blanchard hanging on to the Women's Championship, the Knockouts title here as part of Impact, but it was a close call. Well, it was a very close call, no doubt about that. Lady Frost had a couple of really close moments. There's one of them right there, the Snowball Express connecting in the corner. Went for the cover, hooked the leg. Looked like she was going to get her, but Tessa Blanchard right there managed to come out. But this one right here, that avalanche, she's beaten a lot of people with that one. Looked like she had the championship. Look at Tessa's eyes, watching the referee's hand, and knew when she had to kick out. Then that double foot stomp would have knocked it out of anybody else, but somehow Tessa Blanchard continued to survive.
Here is your winner, and still Impact Wrestling Women's Champion, the Diamond.
Tessa Blanchard victorious here in our opening contest. Stay with us for more action. All right, fans, we are back. 8-man battle royal. $50,000 to the winner. Indeed, the $50,000 challenge is what they're calling it.
From Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe.
The countdown is on, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, when the clock strikes midnight, join us right here live on the Nation Network for the launch of WWE2K19. Samoa Joe making a return to Impact Wrestling just about a month ago. And he's had tremendous success since doing it. He's got 50,000 reasons to want to win this one. And he's got 7 men to get through in order to do it. It's going to be a tough challenge, but someone's going to accomplish the goal.
Woo, you know it.
And from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 224 pounds, Zack Ryder.
Matt Cardona making his way toward the ring. Another man who, since joining Impact Wrestling, has been hugely successful. Well, Matt Cardona had a lot of pent-up frustration in him when he came on the scene here at Impact, and since that point in time, he has made it clear: take no prisoners. It's that mindset that has led him to the promised land.
And from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 295 pounds, Rhino.
Another longtime member of the Impact TNA roster. Well, they refer to him as the Man Beast, and he lives up to that name. Aptly referred to as Rhino. Never met something he couldn't get through. One of the most powerful men in professional wrestling, and I'll tell you right now, that's going to be a great advantage for him in this match, I think. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he won the whole thing. Once again, this is the $50,000 challenge. 8 men will enter, 1 will survive. You're eliminated when both feet hit the floor. Here comes
And
Joe
from
Hennig.
Chester, Minnesota, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Axe, Joe Hennig.
Well, the Axe Joe Hennig also has had a lot of success since joining us here in the Impact Zone. Tonight, we're going to find out if that luck continues. Third-generation wrestler, comes from a legacy of greatness. Grandfather Larry the Axe Hennig, his father the one and only Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Might not be the biggest or strongest in this match, but I'll tell you what, if he hits with that axe attack of his, he could send someone flying over the top rope. Indeed, a family heirloom if ever there were one. Who's next? Normally our lineup sheet tells us what we've got, but there's a lot of surprises here, a lot of blanks on this paper, and this was another one. Cowboy James Storm gonna be here for the last night of Impact.
And if you're looking for trouble, our body's worse than a bar, cause we done browse on the boards to the day we dead. We got fists made of fire and a neck all red. We keep it.
Well, the Cowboy James Storm, former World Tag Team Champion right here in Impact Wrestling, former World Champion here in Impact Wrestling. Can you imagine how much beer he would buy with $50,000? Probably a 1 week supply if I had to guess. Who's this? That's Matt Taven.
And from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 212 pounds, the Tool, Matt Taven.
Matt Taven from Ring of Honor is coming out here for the $50,000 challenge. Well, for $50,000, you can imagine people would travel a great distance. But Matt Taven, here in the Impact Zone, things are definitely going to heat up. We're coming to you live, ladies and gentlemen, from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. This is Rebellion. You see the arrogance etched in the face of Matt Taven. What a storied career this young man has had. Well, he's been very successful. Ring of Honor has been good to him. We'll see how he holds up in the Impact Zone. Still to come, the Tag Team Championship will be on the line. The Good Brothers will be defending those tag team titles. TLC for the X Division. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, well, well. The chickens have come home to roost.
England, weighing in at 240 pounds, Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis has returned to the Impact Zone. The National Treasure is here to claim $50,000. We haven't seen him here in almost a decade. Well, we promised there would be surprises. The legends have come home tonight. And this indeed is a rebellion. This crowd stunned. Nobody expected to see this guy. He's a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He has called the NWA his home for the last 5 years. Not only that, but many of those 5 years he was the reigning NWA World Champion. Well, this crowd on its feet, some of them are cheering, some of them not so happy to have him back. But I think everybody's jaw hit the floor when he came through the curtain.
And their opponent,
You've
from
got
New
to be
York,
kidding.
weighing in at 293 pounds, Sam E. Kelly.
Sami Callihan returning from injury. Well, I didn't expect to see Sami Callihan here tonight, but he is number 8 in the $50,000 challenge. And still unhinged, Sami Callihan. This is amazing. And it's on right now. To be eliminated, a wrestler must go over the top rope and both feet must hit the floor. In the meantime, it is a free-for-all. No friends in a match like this, although alliances. There goes Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis just went over the top rope. Not much of the comeback that he wanted for sure. Joe Hennig just sidestepped and pulled the top rope down, and he went crashing to the ground. Well, I was starting to mention that the possibility of alliances, but Nick Aldis didn't have a chance to make one. Sami Callihan right now going to work on Samoa Joe right near the ropes. We're down to 7 already. I can't believe how quickly Nick Aldis went out of this one. James Storm right now has got Joe Hennig up on that top rope, trying to push him over the turnbuckle. Hennig able to fight his way back in. Since joining up here in Impact Wrestling, Joe Hennig promised that he was going to become the world champion. That has not happened yet. Meantime, we've got Matt Cardona in trouble. He goes out, but he grabs a hold of the bottom rope. Samoa Joe trying to finish the job. He's got that boot ottoman back into the ring. Somehow able to survive a close call right there. And indeed, and now Matt Cardona is in trouble, but turning the tables on Samoa Joe. Joe Hennig is in trouble now. James Storm has him, puts him over. Tries to push him off the apron. And Hennig manages to come back in. Sami Callihan on the apron. Clinging to that top rope, and Sami's been eliminated by Matt Cardona. Rhino has also been eliminated. We're down to 5. Well, they're starting to drop now. I don't know what happened with Rhino. Snap suplex. I'm starting to like the odds for Samoa Joe a lot more. He's the biggest, strongest guy left in this thing right now. Take a look at James Storm hiding back out in the corner. Not a stupid move at any moment. Why would you want to? If they're all fighting with each other, take the moment to get a break in. Let them eliminate one another. Samoa Joe now targeting the Cowboy as these two men exchanging blows right next to the ropes. Matt Taven with the advantage. Oh, look at this. There goes James Storm in trouble. Samoa Joe puts him over. And not in the way he wants to. Storm manages to stay off elimination. There's that Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Goes Samoa Joe. Big chop. Matt Taven now joining in. And Matt Taven's going to try and put Samoa Joe up and over. Well, Samoa Joe doing a great job of fighting him off. Never even got up on the top turnbuckle. The size and strength advantage in favor of Samoa Joe with a spinning back fist. Took out both men. Belly to back suplex, and he's snapped him in half with that one. Matt Cardona's in a lot of trouble right now as well. Joe Hennig looking to put him out on the top. Can he get him over to the floor? There he goes! Matt Cardona eliminated by Joe Hennig. Tremendous right uppercut, and he has stunned the Cowboy James Storm. James Storm better figure out how to get out of that corner. And he did just what he needed to do. And now Matt Taven taking over. James Storm, Samoa Joe, couple of long-time franchise players here in Impact Wrestling. Matt Taven, the clear outsider in this group right here. Rolling to the apron one more time. Samoa Joe has got the Cowboy up. He's going to try and throw him over the top rope. Can he do it? He's hanging on to that top rope for all he's worth, and he's worth about $50,000 if he can come up with it. He manages it one more time, and Samoa Joe, there's a super kick, but he held on to the ropes. Samoa Joe looked like he was going to be eliminated, but somehow managed to survive. Joe Hennig holding his head. You can tell right now he's a little loopy. He's got Samoa Joe up in the air. He throws him over the top rope and to the floor. Unbelievable strength shown right there by Joe Hennig, and Samoa Joe eliminated from this one. Matt Taven, one of the final three in this match, representing Ring of Honor. Oh, looked like Hennig was getting ready to eliminate Taven. James Storm has him up in the air now. You got to think James Storm is the fan favorite. He deposits him on the apron now, tries to kick him out off the apron. And he does! We are down to the final two. Cutter! He caught him with that cover. Matt Taven is a bloody mess, and Joe Hennig is so upset right now, realizing what happened. That moonsault off the middle rope. Matt Taven checking out the damage that's been done, and now it is Cowboy James Storm representing Impact against Matt Taven representing the Ring of Honor, and I think the fans have a clear battle line drawn here. He's in trouble. James Storm is about to be eliminated. He hung on. Oh, here it is right here. He's trying to push him off. No luck, though. The Cowboy, what a match. The Battle Royal, anything can happen, and look what we've got remaining right here. Fireman Carey got the attention. Drapes him over the top rope, slingshots him right back into the middle of the ring. Matt Taven has a game plan here from the top rope. The knees come up and Taven pays the price, and now it's Cowboy James Storm in the driver's seat. Well, you would have thought so, but he wasn't able to take advantage of it. And he's eliminated, I don't believe it! Matt Taven! Ring of Honor! You've got to be kidding me! Well, that is a most unfortunate situation right there for the representatives of Impact Wrestling, that the one man who represented another organization turns around and gets the win. Man, we saw a little bit of everything in this one, ladies and gentlemen.
Here is your winner, the Tool, Matt Taven.
Plenty more action still to come. Stay with us. Matt Taven, the $50,000 challenge winner.
Now you can become a WWE General Manager and compete against rival GMs to build the biggest brand in WWE. Choose wisely between Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville, and more. Or even create your own custom GM. But if you want to go down in the WWE history books, choose me. Then make your selections. Keep track of your budget through the multiple draft rounds, add free agents to your roster, and create your mix of good guys or bad for more ways to boost your ratings. Become the top-rated show by setting up intense rivalries. Interfere in a match, schedule championship matchups, and set up premium live events. Now let's see if you've got what it takes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Knockouts Tag Team title match. We saw the Knockouts Championship defended earlier tonight by Tessa Blanchard. Hardcore Country Mickie James coming out here as a challenger, and we do not know who she has picked as a tag team partner yet. I've got some ideas in my mind, but with Mickie James, you can never know for sure. Another mainstay member of the Impact roster, Mickie James, has been a huge part of this company for many years. You've got to be kidding! Well, I would have to say hell has frozen over. That's Paige! She hasn't been in a wrestling ring in over 5 years. There's been a lot of rumors that she was gonna get back in, but we hadn't seen her in action in so long. After suffering a really serious neck injury. And she claims that this is her house. Well, I'll say one thing, Mickie James doesn't pick any slouches for tag team partners, now does she? And here come the Knockout Tag Team Champions, your inspiration. Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. They have held those tag team titles for some time now. Well, if they are at all shocked, stunned, or surprised at the appearance of Paige in this matchup, they're not showing it. They've got their game face on, and that's probably in their best interest. Well, they may need a little bit of inspiration right now, because I can tell you Mickie James is hungry and Paige has got to be at an all-time high right now getting this opportunity.
On the way to the ring, Mickie James and Paige. And their opponents, they are the champions, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce.
Well, the Inspiration, they have put those tag team titles on the line many times before, but I don't know that they've ever been in more jeopardy than they might be in right now. Although 5 years of ring rust, that's going to be a lot to ask. Well, indeed, it is going to be a lot, and we'll see exactly how much of that Paige is able to shake off. You have to believe she's been training prior to this, but she's done a great job of keeping it a secret, as has Mickie James. Indeed, Hardcore Country will probably have to carry the majority of this match, I would think. And early on, in a good position, Billie Kay now coming up with a big forearm to the back, and now going to try and cut the ring in half, and that's what you do if you're a successful tag team. Big shot right to the back. Shades of the $1 Million Man right there, nicely done. Working on the chin and the neck area, and now Billie Kay's got her set up. What is she gonna do with her here? Up in the air! I thought she was going to powerbomb her over the top rope for a moment. Well, she held on to her too long, and now Mickie James has fought her way back out. One woman flapjack. Smart move to get her away from her tag team partner so that she can't make the tag. Now working the left arm. A lot of torque on that arm with that move right there. Looks simple, but they add up over time. Mickie James very close to her opponent's corner. What's going to happen here? Snaps that neck on the bottom rope. Well, Mickie James right now is going to be trying to find a way to get air in those lungs. If you can't breathe, you're not worried too much about the fight anymore. Billie Kay doing a number right now on Mickie James. Hardcore Country sends her into the corner. Off the rope, she comes back out front with a bulldog. So far, this has been a one-on-one match. We haven't seen the tag team partners of either of these ladies illegally in the match thus far, but Paige firing up the crowd as her partner starting to get the momentum. Well, that's the funny thing about momentum. As quickly as it comes, it can be taken away, and that's what's happened right here. Billie Kay having some words. And now the tag made, and for the first time tonight, Peyton Royce comes in. There's the double team. And there's the tag made, and here she comes for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, Paige. Well, that ring rust was evident right off the bat, and now, well, wait a minute, she gets out of trouble, and that's exactly what she needed to do. Running knee right to the head, and Peyton Royce in trouble. She may have been down and out for a while, but you don't take away the experience factor, and she is a former women's champion on several occasions. You don't get to that level in any promotion if you don't know what you're doing. Well, you're also talking about somebody who grew up in the business. Her parents ran a wrestling organization that her and her brother took part in back in England. Oh, she just got caught in that surgically repaired neck, driven into the top rope. We'll see how she holds up. That's a dangerous maneuver for anybody, but perhaps a little extra dangerous if you're Paige. Working the head and shoulder, putting some stress on the neck area as well. We know one thing about Paige. She's got a number of ways of putting you down and out, but one of the most lethal of them all is that Rampage. And if she hits with that one, it may be time for new tag team champions here in the women's division. Nice back body drop. Oh, looked like she was going to turn the Paige. It didn't happen, though. And now Peyton, what a kick to the head. Paige has had concussions in the past. That might be it. No. Still able to kick out the back door. It took a lot, though. You can tell she had to dig deep for that one. Oh, this could be it. Fisherman suplex. I thought she might be going for the Rampage. Peyton caught her with that big kick to the head. The inspiration, they know the weak spots and they know how to take advantage of them. Trifecta, and you can hear the pain coming out. Into that fisherman suplex for the third. Save had to be made by Mickie James. That was very close right there to a title retention. Perfect drop kick right there, and now desperate to make the tag if she can. Russian leg sweep. And she is firing up. Tag made. Hardcore Country back into the match. And Peyton Royce on the receiving end of the punishment now. Over in the corner, what's going to happen here? Head first into the turnbuckle. Peyton Royce is in all kinds of trouble. She's got to make it to the other corner. She is as far away from her tag team partner as she could possibly be. And that is the last place you want to be, especially when you're the tag team champions and the title is on the line. Couldn't agree with you more. Oh, Mickie James went for that spinning back kick, and she missed. Tag is made, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we thank you for joining us here. The countdown is on. Tonight at midnight, join us for the launch of WWE2K19 here on the Nation Network. Series of shots to the ribs, and now Hardcore Country with a snap suplex. Float over cover. Referee's there, shoulders are down. One count is all she's gonna get. Well, Billie Kay has had a good amount of time to rest, so it's gonna take a little bit more to keep her down. Stiff forearm shiver right to the head. And another one, and Mickie James goes down. Variation of the snowplow. And a big boot right to the face. Winds her up. Eat the feet. Well, that was something that Gail Kim used to use quite a bit here in Impact Wrestling, where she also had a tremendous career. Into the guardrail she goes. Head first! And Mickie James just got her bell rung with that one. Well, historically, anytime flesh meets steel, steel normally wins. And tonight has been no different.
6.
The Hurricane Rana takes her down. Referee's count is climbing. They better pay attention. And both women back in the ring in time. Belly to back suplex, she comes out the back door, and Billie Kay steamrolls right through Mickie James. Again with that snowplow. Well, the Inspiration right now are definitely on track to retain the tag team titles. Mickie James has got to make the tag. She's in a lot of trouble right now. Big kick to the midsection. Will that be enough? They get the win. We take a look back at some of the moments from this one. What a challenge for the champions. It was a tremendous challenge, but they continue to do what they've always done, and that is rise to the occasion. Tonight was no different. There were those that thought we might have a rebellion, but not on this night, not for the tag team titles. The Knockout Division tag team champions are still the Inspiration.
Women's Tag Team, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce.
Plenty more action still to come. This is Rebellion. All right, fans, we are back ready for more action, and it is a battle of the big men here tonight.
Making his way to the ring from Manila, the Philippines, weighing in at 471 pounds, Faria Ball.
Falaba making his way down to the ring, 300 pounds of him. Many people feel perhaps reminiscent of the late, great Yokozuna. Well, indeed, very similar in size and shape, although Yokozuna was pushing that 400-pound marker. But indeed, equally just big men who could move very well for their size. And when talking about big men, Falaba's opponent is definitely a big man. 24 hours ago, he eliminated his closest friend and former tag team partner, And we do have an update on the condition of Enzo. Ladies and gentlemen, he will be out for a minimum of 8 months due to the injury sustained yesterday on Impact Wrestling. Due to the violent nature of what took place, we are not going to replay that here tonight. Well, one thing is for sure, Enzo, when he comes back, if he can come back, is going to have one man in his sights. Well, that's a big if. Bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go. To the ropes he goes, back out front, back body drop, and down he goes. Follow ball, just got caught. Oh, and it didn't stun him hardly at all. He shook it off and now turns the tables on W. Morrissey. When was the last time you saw something like that happen? Morrissey has the height advantage. He's a big, strong guy, but he just found out Falaba can take it all. And Morrissey on the receiving end. Look at this. Manhandling Morrissey. And now drags him to the middle of the ring, goes for the cover. W. Morrissey, I can tell you right now, he is in unfamiliar waters. He has been dominant. He has been a force of nature here in Impact. Yeah, but the same could be said about Falaba. And the Samoan drop rocks Morrissey. And now he's got him in a camel clutch. Turns it into a DDT. What a move by Morrissey. Well, Morrissey has just taken the momentum factor right back, and that big right hand has stunned Falaba. Didn't stun him for very long, though, as he comes back with a couple of his own. Boy, these two big heavyweights are laying into one another with some haymakers. He's rocked him. Morrissey slowly getting back up, and I'll tell you what, I don't know that he was ready for the offense of Falaba. But I would have to say, hands down, this has been the biggest and toughest challenge for him here in Impact Wrestling since his arrival. Falaba just continues to turn things around and now beating Morrissey down into the corner. Super heavyweight action, ladies and gentlemen, here at Rebellion. To the ropes, back out front, and a shoulder block that would have stopped a freight train. This has got the makings of a huge upset right now. Look at the face of W. Morrissey, the pain etched all over it. Falaba thinks he's got him. I doubt it very seriously, not with a nerve pinch. Well, Falaba right now playing to the audience, and that's not going to get him the win. Definitely not. And you're in there with a guy like W. Morrissey, you better have your game day on. Morrissey's in a whole lot of trouble in the corner right now. Oh, here come the chops. He just cleaned him out with a series of them. And now W. Morrissey looking for some revenge. He is not used to being manhandled, and that's what's happened here tonight. What an elbow drop. He brought that one down from just inside the stratosphere. And got a 2 count, almost put his shoulders down for 3. Tremendous night of wrestling action for you here live on the Nation Network. Thank you for joining us. Morrissey has him up, but held him for too long. Falaba with the opportunity to come out of that. Tremendous clothesline, and Falaba goes down. Well, Morrissey right now sizing up his opponent just a little too long. Might have been baited in there by Fala. Irish whip sends him into the turnbuckle, and this is one of the places where he can do the most damage. Oh, I think we know what he's going to go for here, and if he hits, it's over. The whole world came crashing down, and Morrissey is inches away from the ropes, but not close enough. It's an upset win for Falaba. Well, I'll tell you right now, we knew that things could go differently here than anticipated, but I don't think anyone expected this.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song, and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event, like we landed on the moon. Nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime, at the time of our life. We own the night. Hear us screaming louder. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on. We own the night. Walk among the giants in a lions, it's our time. That's right. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. We own the night. Living to the fullest, like who got your bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't want to miss a thing. Let's go. Living to the fullest, like who got your bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't want to miss a thing. Night, hear us screaming louder. Can you see the fire in our eyes? We own the night. Walk among the giants in a den of lions. It's our time. Come on. We own the night. We own the night. That's right. We own the night. We own the night. We own the night.
All right, wrestling fans, it is time for the X Division. We'll have tables, ladders, and chairs.
The challenger.
And look who's returned to the Impact Zone.
Weighing in at 222 pounds, D'Angelo.
Otherwise known as the Pope. The Pope is here again in the Impact Zone. No stranger. Well, he's been gone for quite some time, but the crowd clearly remembers his name. And if there's somebody who's capable of taking the X Division Championship title home with him, this is one of those men. 24 hours ago, Eric Young defended that title in one hell of a match against Rich Swann. Rich Swann will be in this fatal four-way. And here he comes.
And introducing the challenger from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 168 pounds, Rich Swann.
Rich Swann has proven to be one of the most high-flying daredevils that we have ever seen in the X Division, and that's saying a lot. There are so many other great names that have come before in this division. Of course, the names we think of immediately would have to be the likes of an AJ Styles, Roderick Strong, just to name a couple, and even Samoa Joe, who for his size was able to push the limits. Well, that's what the X Division is all about. It's not about weight limits, it's about no limits. And when you talk about a guy with no limit, you've got to be talking about Rich Swann. Came within a whisper of pulling it off last night.
And introducing the challenger from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, Seth.
And returning to the Impact Zone, one of the founders of LAX, Homicide. Another blast from the past, and I'll tell you what, they are all coming out here tonight for Impact Wrestling. It was Homicide and Hernandez along with Conan that really created LAX, and they were an unstoppable force for a very long time in the Impact Zone. When you talk about a daredevil, a guy who will go to any limit for a win, put his name on that list. No doubt about it, he has been around so many different organizations over the years and always managed to find a way to have gold around his waist wherever he's gone. And keep in mind, this is not a match where a pinfall or submission will make it. That's not what it's about. You've got to set that ladder up.
Introducing the champion from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 232 pounds, he is the Impact Wrestling Extreme Champion, Eric Young.
We apologize for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, but we are back as Eric Young, the reigning X Division champion, makes his way to the ring, and this is not a champion's match. Well, we could talk about the numbers all night long, but the fact of the matter is it's true. Eric Young only has a 25% chance likeliness of becoming or retaining the X Division Championship. But there's an unknown factor, one that you can't necessarily measure in statistics, and I believe he has exactly what it takes in a match like this to perhaps have that slight advantage. Maybe his odds of winning are closer to 33, which will bring everyone else's down just slightly. We can get with Scott Steiner for the exact numbers, but I'll tell you right now, I have a funny feeling, against all odds, I'm picking this man to retain the X Division Championship. That would be huge if it happened. That's what they'll be fighting for in just a few moments, the X Division Championship. Someone's gonna have to set a ladder up, climb 15 feet up in the air, unhitch that strap, and take it down to become the champion. The bell sounds and we are underway. It's official. Pinfalls and submissions mean nothing. You'll notice there's no referee at the ring because there's no need. Whoever comes down with the title is the champion. It's that simple. There's going to be a lot of damage done in the meantime. Bodies are going to be broken and bruised before it's all said and done. Everything is legal in this one. Tables, ladders, chairs. Oh my. Rich Swann trying to go to town on the Pope, and that didn't happen. The Pope been around a few moments now. This is not his first rodeo. And just sent him almost through the table at ringside. Power bomb on Homicide. And now EY with a steel chair, and he goes to work on Homicide. Well, going after one of the founders of LAX with a weapon is probably about as dumb a move as you could make, because you know there's going to be retaliation. Neck breaker perfectly executed right there. Nice block by Eric Young. And now Homicide over the top rope, and he landed awkwardly. He's holding his leg. Also shaking off the right arm, I believe. Table in the middle of the ring now. What's Eric Young planning on doing with that? Went for the drop kick on Rich Swann, missed the target, and now EY back in the ring. Homicide going after the ladder, and Eric Young doesn't like it. Head first into the apron. As Eric Young continues. Belly to belly on the floor, and Rich Swann is in trouble. One thing about that floor, it has zero give. When you land on that, your body shudders. We've got already one ladder in the ring, another one being set up ringside. Bad things can happen in a match like this. Oh, through the table, the champion goes. And now Rich Swann up on the ladder for a moment. We've got bodies everywhere, inside the ring, outside the ring. We've got ladders set up, both inside and outside the ring. And the Pope setting it up in the middle. This is what you do if you want to win that championship. And he climbs the ladder very quickly, but Homicide is right there, and you know he's going to stop him. Not only stop him, but he got him. Neck breaker! Oh my God! Well, this crowd calling it the way it is. This is awesome. Rich Swann now sneaks one in. Variation of the German suplex sends Homicide to the floor. Keep an eye on that ladder that is wedged between the guardrail and the apron on the far side. And the Pope getting involved in what was a battle between the champion and his most recent challenger. Elbow right to the head, Eric Young in trouble. Uppercut. And now the Pope going up. He's got his hands on the X Division Championship. Teamwork now to knock that. Look at this. All three men combined. We've got Eric Young on the ladder at ringside. What a spot these guys just put themselves through. And Eric Young's on the apron, or I beg your pardon, he's on the ladder still. They better pay attention to what's going on inside the ring. Homicide might become the new X Division champion. He's got his hands on the belt. He's having trouble unclasping it. Eric Young pulling the Pope down, but in the meantime, Homicide still has his hands on the prize. Close call right there. He almost pulled it off. Steel ladder, and he ducked off the ramp, the apron just in the nick of time to avoid that. And now it is Rich Swann taking out the Pope with that ladder. And Swann climbing up quickly. Has his hands on it. The Pope gonna try and break that up. Homicide also back into the ring very quickly. Making a mistake though, turning. Oh, here comes the Cop Killer. He's setting up for him. In the meantime, Rich Swann has got the championship. Will he take it down? And Eric Young out there to save his title, and that's that unknown factor that I talked about. Oh my God! From the top of the ladder, he caught him with a cutter. Every time it looks like we know who's going to have the advantage, something else changes. And now the Pope has his hands on it, but Homicide is right there. The Pope continues to try and attach that belt from the clasp. He was so close to becoming the X Division champion, but came up just short. Oh, look at this! Eric Young gonna try and steal one. Eric Young taking advantage of the distraction. Rich Swann sending Homicide over. Now he goes after Eric Young. EY in trouble, and Rich Swann with a power bomb. Homicide has just cleared the ring, and he's going to become the X Division champion. There is no one there to stop him. Indeed, we've got a new X Division champion. What a match! Well, they pulled out all the stops in this one. We saw some major moments. The Cop Killer right there, that is a devastating maneuver from the top of the ladder.
Here is your winner and new Impact Wrestling Extreme Champion, Omega.
The tag team titles on the line when we return.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event like we landed on the moon. Nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime at the time of our life. We own the night. Hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on, we own the night. Walk among the giants in a
All right, fans, it is time Impact Tag Team titles on the line. And look who they brought in to challenge. The Hell Runners are here. Connor and Victor, these two men have been teaming up for a very long time, and they are a force to be reckoned with in the world of professional wrestling. They have made their way to the Impact Zone here tonight to be a part of Rebellion, to go up against the Good Brothers. Well, this is going to be one for the ages, no doubt about it. We're looking at two accomplished tag teams. Here are the Impact World Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers. Gallows and Anderson, they have dominated the tag team division here in Impact Wrestling since joining up. Many teams have come along. They've had a couple of good battles in between, but for the most part, they have just been a dominant force against everyone who has stepped opposed to them. Will tonight be any different? We're about to find out. This might be the toughest team they've gone up against.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 487 pounds, Victor and Connor. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 505 pounds, they are the Impact Wrestling Champions, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
This is going to be one, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to remember. I promise you that. Tag team titles on the line. Might just be me, but look like Carl Anderson took a little extra long look at those things, almost like he wasn't sure he'd be getting them back. Well, he should be thinking the possibility because, by the way, this is a Texas Tornado anything goes match, so all four men are legal at one time. Indeed, first pinfall or submission's going to get this one done. It is going to be an outward brawl, no two ways about it, as Connor going up against Anderson. He's got an extraordinary size, strength, and weight differential there in his favor, but so does Gallows as he targets Victor. At some point in time, I really want to see these two big men hook up with one another and go head-to-head. Well, for that matter, I wouldn't mind seeing the two smaller guys either. Both of those are great matchups on their own. I would agree wholeheartedly with that, but right now, if you're the champions, you want to keep this the way it is because they believe Gallows can take out Victor. Oh, Victor with a nice move right there, but in the meantime, Carl Anderson almost pulling one off, but the save was made. And right now, he's in the ring with both members of the Hell Runners. Well, scratch that. Outside the ring he goes. He's looking for something. He's got a kendo stick, and again, it's legal. Oh, right between the eyes. Well, Connor just got caught with that one, and as we mentioned at the onstart of the match, Anything goes in this one. All 4 men are legal. Weapons are legal. Only a pinfall or submission's gonna end this match. Save was made, and Victor now with a big boot to Carl Anderson. That kendo stick still in the ring. And Gallows in trouble. Both Hell Runners in the ring. And he's in a lot of trouble right now. Well, we wanted to see what happens when the 2 big guys get together. Now it's a double team. That had no effect, and now, look at this. Anderson was thrown like a sack of potatoes, but comes firing back on the big man. And now Victor in the corner, and he's gonna have to be smart. Anderson hits the ropes back out front. Double doozle! You had a punch and a kick coming in at the same time. No one there to make the save. Oh, and I thought it was over! Victor just barely kicked out from that. Big suplex. Carl Anderson rolling out to the floor. And now it's Gallows versus the Runners. Rolls him over. Ropes will not end this count. You have to kick out. Cross ankle sweep perfectly done. Oh, from behind, turned his back and forgot all about Victor. Well, that's one of the unusual things of a match like this. When you have a Texas Tornado match where all 4 men are legal at one time, you really got to have eyes in the back of your head. Well, the champions right now with the advantage, and the cutter. Gallows goes for the cover, hooks the leg, and they retain the Impact World Tag Team Championship. Tremendous action here in this one. We knew it wouldn't go long, not with all 4 men legal with weapons involved. There was that double doozle moment right there. That knocked him silly. Well, that should have been the end of the match, and I believe it would have been any other time. However, somehow he managed to survive that. Tremendous victory indeed for the Good Brothers as they continue to dominate here in Impact Wrestling.
Here are your winners, and still the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
Fans, when we come back, it is the world title on the line. Stay with us for Rebellion.
Now you can become a WWE General Manager and compete against rival GMs to build the biggest brand in WWE. Choose wisely between Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville, and more. Or even create your own custom GM. But if you want to go down in the WWE history books, choose me. Then make your selections. Keep track of your budget through the multiple draft rounds, add free agents to your roster, and create your mix of good guys or bad for more ways to boost your ratings. Become the top-rated show by setting up intense rivalries. Interfere in a match, schedule championship matchups, and set up premium live events. Now let's see if you've got what it takes.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship.
Extreme Rules, that was added earlier today, ladies and gentlemen, because we will have a winner. "24 hours ago, we saw Bobby Roode take up the challenge that Moose was laying down to W. Morrissey. Indeed, Morrissey didn't come out for the challenge, but Bobby Roode did. And he said, listen, I never got my return match. I want it, and I want it at Rebellion. Well, there's an old saying, be careful what you wish for because you might just get it. There is a level of pomp and circumstance when it comes to Bobby Roode. And when you talk about men who have been on the Impact roster, he goes way back to the TNA days, part of Beer Money. He's got this crowd in the palm of his hand right now. But that's about to change because one member of this crowd is not going to be on his side, and that is Moose. Well, it's one thing when you're going up against another opponent. It's a totally different thing when you're going up against a Moose. And here he comes, the Impact World Champion, Moose. Fans, we remind you, we are on the countdown to 2K22. Tonight at midnight, join us right here, live on the Nation Network. "2 years in the making, and tonight it comes to pass. The dawn of a new era on the Nation Network, and it will all kick off right at midnight. The champion holding the title up. Say what you will about Moose. One thing you've got to say, he has been a fighting champion. He has ducked nobody. He has not ducked anyone, and he has gone through everybody put in front of him. He has proven time and time again that he is a worthy champion and someone deserving of that title status. On the biggest night of his career, on the biggest show, here on the Nation Network for the Impact Run, this is the main event of Rebellion. This crowd is ready to see history made tonight, and they will, one way or another.
Introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bobby Roode.
He may be the challenger, but he's also the former champion.
Introducing the champion from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 290 pounds. He is the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Morse.
And Moose, the Impact World Champion, relinquishing the title, at least for the moment. We'll see if he can get it back. Well, he is the defending champion until he's not anymore. So unless his shoulders are pinned or he submits, and I don't imagine either of those things happening here tonight, then he is still the world champion. Bell sounds, and here we go. Big boot to the face with an up kick, nicely done. And Moose just pounding away, stomping away on the back. And from a deadlift position. Here's the Irish whip, to the ropes he goes, back out front he comes. The two men collide, and it is Bobby Roode with a butterfly suplex. Well, he managed to dig deep down on that one and use the leverage advantage, and that's able to move the bigger man. Where perhaps a traditional suplex, I don't know if Bobby Roode would be able to get the big man up into one of those. Man, oh man, he is just throwing Bobby Roode around like a rag doll. Series of left hands. The challenger is stunned. Oh, wait a minute. Big overhand right, and he drops him right where he stood. It's been an incredible night of wrestling action here in Impact, ladies and gentlemen, as part of Rebellion. We want to thank you for joining us throughout the last year here on the Nation Network. Turning the tables, and it's Bobby Roode throwing the heavy hits, and down in the corner goes the champion. Moose having enough in him left to jump right back up into the fight and using his size advantage to take Bobby Roode down. Oh, boot to the midsection. Oh, that's it! The DDT! He's close to the ropes. Referee's not looking. His hands underneath the bottom rope, and he managed to shoulder up. Anything goes in this match. I don't believe the ropes are going to save you. Well, that's a good point. You may be right. He's got a sledgehammer, otherwise known as the Great Equalizer. What is he going to do? Oh, he just dropped him on that sledgehammer. Well, I don't know what was worse. I thought he was going to use it. Well, he did use it, just not the way we would have expected him to when he brought it into the match. Exactly. Winding up that arm now, shoulder blocked by the champion. Some of these people are booing, some of them are saying Moose. That choke slam powerbomb combination right there knocked the wind out of the challenger. Moose hooking the leg, gets two, and Bobby Roode able to kick out. Well, when you consider what's on the line, it's going to take a special effort from either of these two gentlemen in order to get the win. The question is, which one of them has what it takes? Spine buster! Bobby Roode has just injured the champion. He's got the sledgehammer. And he throws it down. It's like, I don't want to win it that way. I want to prove that I can beat this guy. Well, maybe not. He seems to be a bit conflicted, and that cost him. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Spear! The champion will retain. That momentary lapse by Bobby Roode cost him the championship. You could see him struggling with whether or not he wanted to use the sledgehammer. And in that little brief time that he struggled with himself, that cost him. It gave the opportunity needed for the champion to retain the title. Fans, we remind you at midnight tonight, we are going to go live with WWE 2K19. Make sure you're here. The nation strong as we kick off a new era in nation broadcasting. Here it is, the spear, knocking the life right out of the challenger, and Bobby Roode unable to continue.
Here is your winner, and still Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion,
Moose with a big win. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see you at midnight. Until then, from the Impact Zone, so long, everyone.